She declared, "Your friends are losers. I forbid you from seeing them." I replied, "Okay." Then I introduced her to what my loser friends actually did for a living. Her desperation when she realized she tried to ban me from networking with Silicon Valley founders. Original post: I, 32 male, met Vanessa, 29, about 14 months ago through a mutual friend's house party. She worked in luxury retail management at some high-end department store downtown. Beautiful, sophisticated, always dressed like she stepped out of a magazine. I was smitten, not gonna lie. Me? I'm a software engineer. Good job, decent salary, but nothing flashy. I drive a 2018 Honda Accord. I wear hoodies and jeans. My idea of a fancy dinner is the Thai place that doesn't use paper plates. The first few months were great. She introduced me to wine that didn't come from a box. I introduced her to my world, which apparently wasn't impressive enough. About 6 months in, she started making comments about my friends. My core group from college, 4 guys I've known for over a decade. We meet every Thursday for poker night, rotating apartments. Low stakes, mostly an excuse to catch up and decompress. "Babe, you're really going to waste another Thursday with those guys?" she'd say. "They're my friends, Vanessa." "Friends? They dress like teenagers. That one guy, Raj, he showed up to dinner in flip-flops. Flip-flops, baby." True. Raj loves his flip-flops, wears them everywhere except maybe funerals. Then there was Diego. Why does he drive that ancient van? It's embarrassing when he picks you up. Also true. Diego's 2003 Ford Econoline looks like it survived an apocalypse. And Marcus, does he even have a real job? Every time I see him, he's in sweatpants talking about his projects. Kevin got it the worst. That guy gives me creep vibes. He barely talks, and when he does, it's about computers. Get some social skills. The comments escalated. She'd schedule things on Thursday nights. Get upset when I chose poker. Started calling them "your loser friends" casually, like it was their official title. 3 weeks ago, it came to a head. I was getting ready for poker when she blocked the door. "We need to talk about your priorities, okay? I've been patient, but this is getting ridiculous. You're in your 30s, baby. It's time to grow up and surround yourself with quality people." Quality people? People with ambition. People who dress properly. People who can hold conversations about more than video games and crypto. "My friends are quality people, Vanessa." She actually laughed. "Those losers? Please, they're holding you back. You could be so much more if you networked with the right crowd. My ex used to golf with VPs and executives. That's networking." "So what are you saying?" "I'm saying it's time to choose. Either you start acting like the successful man I know you can be, or keep playing pretend with your little boys club. But I won't be with someone who chooses to surround himself with failures." The ultimatum. Classic. "You're forbidding me from seeing my friends?" I'm setting a boundary. No more Thursday night poker. No more weekend hangouts. If they want to see you, they can grow up and do adult activities. Until then, you're done with them. I looked at her for a long moment. This woman I'd been planning to move in with, who I'd introduced to my parents, who was now standing there like she'd just done me a massive favor. "Okay," I said quietly. Her face lit up. "Really? Oh baby, I knew you'd see sense. This is going to be so good for us. I already have some people I want you to meet. Real professionals with actual careers. Yeah, about that. I think you should meet my friends properly first. One dinner. Let me show you who they really are." She rolled her eyes. "Fine, one dinner, but somewhere decent, not some sports bar." "Deal. This Saturday. I'll set it up." She kissed me and went to pour herself wine, already texting someone about her victory probably. I sat down and opened our group chat. "Me, boys, I need a favor. Vanessa wants to meet you all properly. Saturday dinner. Raj, the same Vanessa who thinks I'm homeless? Diego, the one who called my van a biohazard? Marcus, didn't she tell someone I was probably a drug dealer? She crosses the street when she sees me, dude. Yeah, that one. Trust me on this. Wear your best, worst clothes." Challenge accepted. Update 1, Saturday arrived. I told Vanessa we were meeting at a nice steakhouse downtown. Real white tablecloth place. She spent 2 hours getting ready, full makeup, designer dress, the works. "Remember," she said in the Uber, "this is your chance to show them how real professionals act. Maybe they'll be inspired to better themselves." Definitely inspiring, I agreed. We got there first. I'd specifically told the guys to be 15 minutes late. Vanessa ordered wine and started coaching me on appropriate conversation topics. Then they arrived. Raj walked in first, wearing cargo shorts, a faded Star Wars t-shirt, and yes, flip-flops. His hair looked like he'd just woken up. Vanessa's jaw clenched. He couldn't even dress up for this. Diego followed in ripped jeans and a hoodie with some anime character on it. Marcus wore sweatpants and a jersey. Kevin had on his standard uniform, black jeans, black hoodie, looking like he was about to hack the Pentagon. "Hey," Raj said, too loud. "This place is fancy as hell." They sat down and Vanessa's face was already tight with disapproval. "So," she said, voice dripping with condescension, "what do you all do?" "Oh, you know," Raj said, studying the menu upside down, "this and that." "This and that," Vanessa pressed. "That's not a career." "Sure it is," Diego jumped in. "I drive around a lot." "Drive around?" "Yeah, in my van. Very glamorous." Marcus chuckled. "At least you leave the house. I just sit at home working on my projects." "What kind of projects?" Vanessa asked, clearly trying to prove her point to me. "Oh, boring stuff. Numbers, algorithms, you wouldn't be interested." Kevin hadn't said a word, just stared at his phone. Vanessa kicked me under the table, her eyes saying, "See, I told you." "Kevin," she said loudly, "it's rude to be on your phone at dinner." "Sorry," he mumbled, not looking up. "Work emergency." "On a Saturday?" she scoffed. "What could possibly be that important?" "Server issues," he said flatly. "You work in IT?" she said like she was talking to a child. "That must be stable. It pays the bills." The dinner continued like this. The guys played their parts perfectly. Raj told a story about staying up till 4 a.m. playing video games. Diego talked about comic conventions. Marcus went on a rant about cryptocurrency that was deliberately confusing. Kevin said maybe 12 words total. Vanessa was practically glowing with vindication. She kept giving me these looks like "I told you so." When the check came, there was an awkward moment. "Should we split it?" Raj asked, pulling out a wallet held together with duct tape. "I got it," I said quickly. "Nah, man," Diego protested. "Let me calculate everyone's share. I'm good with numbers." He pulled out his phone and started doing basic math out loud, getting it wrong twice. Vanessa excused herself to the bathroom, and the second she was gone, the guys dropped the act. "You sure about this?" Marcus asked quietly. "She really has no idea?" Kevin looked up from his phone for the first time all night. "None," I confirmed. "This is mean, bro," Raj said, but he was grinning. "She called you failures, losers. Said you were holding me back." "Technically, we are holding you back," Diego pointed out. "You could have IPO'd with us if you hadn't insisted on staying at your job." "I like my job." "You like being normal," Kevin corrected. "Nothing wrong with that." Vanessa returned and we finished dinner. In the Uber home, she was ecstatic. "Oh my God, baby, it's worse than I thought. They're in their 30s acting like college freshmen. That Raj guy? He's never going anywhere. And Diego, doing math on his phone for a dinner check? How does he even function? Marcus is clearly unemployed, and Kevin, I don't think Kevin can even hold a conversation. So you still think I should cut them off? Absolutely. You're so much better than them. It's embarrassing that you associate with people like that. Promise me you'll stop seeing them." "Let me think about it," I said. "What's there to think about? They're losers. They'll be living in their parents' basements at 40. "Raj's parents do have a nice basement," I said thoughtfully. She hit my arm. "This isn't funny. I'm trying to help you." "I know. Hey, there's this tech conference next weekend. Bunch of startup people. Want to come? Network with some quality people?" Her eyes lit up. "Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Real professionals. What's the conference?" "It's kind of exclusive, but I can get us in." "How?" "I have connections." She spent the rest of the ride home talking about what she'd wear, who we might meet, how this was the start of our new chapter. I texted the group chat. Me. Phase 2. Next Saturday. The Moscow Center. "You're really doing this?" "Me, she forbid me from seeing you guys. Said I had to choose." Diego. "Well, you're definitely choosing something. This is going to be brutal. I'm recording it. Wouldn't expect anything less." Update 2. The week leading up to the conference, Vanessa was unbearable in the best way. She bought a new outfit, got her hair done, practiced her elevator pitch about her retail management experience. "This is it, baby," she kept saying. "This is where we level up. No more poker nights with losers. We're going to be power networking with actual successful people. Saturday morning, she was up at 6 a.m. doing her makeup. You still haven't told me what this conference is about, she said, applying her third coat of mascara. Tech stuff, startups, venture capital, Silicon Valley types. God, finally, real money, real success. Not like your flip-flop friend. We took an Uber to the conference center. I'd texted ahead, and everything was set up. The event was actually a mid-sized tech conference that Diego's company was sponsoring. The banner at the entrance read, Future Tech Summit, presented by Nexus Innovations. Nexus Innovations? Vanessa read. Never heard of them. They're kind of a big deal in certain circles. We walked in, and the place was buzzing. Couple hundred people, all the tech conference standards, booths, presentations, guys in blazers over t-shirts, women in business casual, everyone with lanyards. This is more like it, Vanessa whispered, already scanning for important-looking people. Then I spotted them. My loser friends all at different spots in the conference hall. Hey, there's Raj, I said, pointing. He was at the main stage setting up for what looked like a keynote. What's he doing here? Vanessa hissed. Did he sneak in? Oh my God, is he trying to crash this? How embarrassing. Before I could answer, someone approached us. A woman in a sharp suit with a conference organizer badge. Excuse me, are you with Mr. Patel's party? Patel? Vanessa looked confused. Raj Patel? He said to look out for you. He wanted to make sure you had VIP passes for his keynote. She handed us 2 VIP lanyards. Vanessa's face went through about 6 emotions. There must be a mistake. Raj is the founder of Nexus Innovations, yes. His talk on AI infrastructure starts in 20 minutes. You'll want to get good seats. It's standing room only for general admission. The woman walked away. Vanessa turned to me, mouth open. Your friend Raj owns this company? Co-founded, technically, with Diego. As if on cue, Diego appeared on stage next to Raj, testing the mic. But he drives a van. He likes the van. Says it keeps him grounded. A young guy in a startup t-shirt noticed us, or more specifically, noticed me. Holy crap, are you friends with Raj Patel? Dude's a legend. Nexus just got valued at $400 million. Vanessa grabbed my arm. $400 million? Yeah, haven't you heard? They're in talks with Microsoft for acquisition. Probably going to hit unicorn status by next year. The guy wandered off. Vanessa was doing the math in her head. I could see it. We should find our seats, I suggested. We sat in the VIP section. The auditorium filled up. Raj took the stage, and his entire demeanor was different. Confident, articulate, commanding the room's attention as he talked about neural networks and distributed systems. Diego presented their latest product demos. The audience was captivated. That's not the same person, Vanessa whispered. Sure it is. That's Raj. He just really likes flip-flops. After the keynote, we wandered the conference floor. That's when we bumped into Marcus at a booth showing off some data visualization software. Marcus, a venture capitalist-looking guy, called out. Heard you closed Series B. 23 million, Marcus confirmed, shaking hands. We're hiring if you know any good engineers. Vanessa looked physically ill. Marcus has a company? Dataflow Analytics, I said. They do predictive modeling for Fortune 500s. But he said he works on projects at home. He does. His home office is insane. Full server setup. Kevin appeared next to us, still in his black hoodie, now with a speaker badge. Yo, he said to me, then noticed Vanessa. Oh, hey. Kevin's here too? She said weakly. A group of young programmers suddenly surrounded Kevin, all talking at once. Is it true you're the one who built CloudLock? Can you sign my laptop? Are you taking interns? Kevin looked uncomfortable with the attention but mumbled responses. One kid literally took a selfie with him. CloudLock? Vanessa asked. Kevin's security framework. Pretty much every major bank uses it. He licenses it to them. For how much? I don't know the exact numbers, but he bought a house in Palo Alto cash, so... She sat down on a nearby bench, just sat there, processing. Raj found us after his talk, still in flip-flops but now with a Nexus Innovations polo over his Star Wars shirt. Hey, how'd you like the presentation? Vanessa couldn't speak. Your girlfriend okay? Raj asked me. She's just surprised. She didn't know what you did. Oh, that, Raj laughed. Yeah, I don't really talk about work at poker. That's my decompress time, you know? Away from all this. He gestured at the conference. Speaking of which, Thursday's still on, right? Actually, I said, Vanessa thinks I should stop coming. Says you guys are a bad influence, holding me back. Raj looked at Vanessa, then back at me. Holding you back? Bro, we've been trying to get you to join one of our companies for years. You're the one who wants to keep your corporate job. I like the stability, I said. Stability's overrated, Diego said, joining us. But hey, your choice. Though if you ever want in, my door's open. We could use someone with your skills who actually shows up to an office. You don't have an office? Vanessa finally spoke. Waste of money, Diego said. I work from the van half the time. Great Wi-Fi, mobile setup, why pay rent? The van is actually pretty sweet inside, Marcus added, appearing with Kevin. Full tech setup, it's like a mobile command center. Remember when we ran the entire beta test from that van? Kevin actually smiled at the memory. Good times, Raj agreed, though I still say we should have gone with my apartment. Your apartment smelled like ramen for 6 months, I pointed out. Ramen fuels innovation. They all laughed. Vanessa looked like she was having an existential crisis. We should probably head out, I said. Let you guys get back to the conference. Sure, Raj said, but seriously, Thursday? I looked at Vanessa. I'll be there. She didn't say anything. We left the conference in silence. The Uber ride home was the quietest 30 minutes of our relationship. Update 3. Back at my apartment, Vanessa finally exploded. Why didn't you tell me? Tell you what? That your friends are successful? Rich? The opposite of losers? She paced around my living room. This isn't fair. You tricked me. I didn't trick anyone. You made assumptions. You saw flip-flops in a van and sweatpants and decided they were failures. How was I supposed to know? You could have asked. You could have had a real conversation with them instead of judging them in 5 seconds. But they acted like losers at dinner. Because I asked them to. They were showing you exactly what you expected to see, and you ate it up. She sat on my couch, head in her hands. $400 million in flip-flops. Raj doesn't care about appearances. Neither does Diego or Marcus or Kevin. They care about the work, the innovation, the problem-solving, and poker nights where they can just be themselves. I look like an idiot, she said. You look like someone who judges people by their clothes and cars instead of their character. That's not. I just wanted better for you. Better than friends who've been trying to recruit me for years, who've offered me CTO positions, who respect that I choose to keep my normal job because I like it. She looked up. They offered you executive positions? Multiple times. I like what I do. I like my life. I liked my girlfriend until she called my best friends losers and forbid me from seeing them. I didn't mean, if I'd known. That's the point, Vanessa. You should have respected my friendships regardless, whether they were billionaires or baristas. She stood up, angry now. This is so typical. You set me up to fail. You wanted me to look stupid. I wanted you to meet my friends without your prejudices. You're the one who called them losers, because they look like losers. And there it is. She grabbed her purse. I need to think. Take all the time you need. She left. I texted the group. Me, it's done. Raj, how'd she take it? Me, about as expected. Diego, you okay? Yeah. Thursday? Marcus, wouldn't miss it. Kevin, bring beer. The next day, Vanessa called 15 times. I answered on the 16th. We need to talk, she said. Okay. I've been thinking. I reacted poorly. I see that now. Your friends are clearly very successful, and I misjudged them. Okay. So I'm willing to give them another chance. I almost laughed. You're willing? Yes, we can do dinners, maybe some networking events. I could really expand my professional circle with connections like that. This could be great for my career. There it was. Vanessa, we're done. What? But I'm apologizing. I'm saying we can see your friends. You're saying you want to use my friends for networking. 24 hours ago they were losers. Now that you know they're rich, suddenly they're worthy of your time? That's not. I just think we got off on the wrong foot. We got off on exactly the right foot. You showed me who you are. Someone who measures people's worth by their bank accounts and job titles. You're being ridiculous. I'm trying here. Try with someone else. I hung up. She sent about 30 texts over the next few days, ranging from apologetic to angry to desperate. My favorite was, do you know how hard it is to meet successful men in this city? Yeah. It's so hard. She had one and tried to ban him from seeing his successful friends because they wore flip-flops. I blocked her after she started messaging my friends on LinkedIn asking for professional connections. Diego screenshot her message and sent it to the group chat. She'd actually pitched him her retail management expertise for his tech company. Raj responded with a flip-flop emoji. Final update. It's been 2 months. Life's good. Poker nights continue. Last Thursday, Kevin actually told a joke. We're still recovering from the shock. Vanessa, from what I hear through mutual acquaintances, has been telling people I'm an insecure man who couldn't handle dating a strong woman. Also that I hid my connections to test her, which was manipulative. Whatever helps her sleep at night. The funny thing is, she could have had everything she wanted. Access to that network, the tech conferences, the successful boyfriend with successful friends. All she had to do was be a decent person who didn't judge people by appearances. But she couldn't do it. She saw flip-flops and decided that meant failure. She saw a van and thought poverty. She saw quiet Kevin and assumed social incompetence. She never saw Raj's brilliance, Diego's creativity, Marcus's analytical mind, or Kevin's genius-level programming skills. She was too busy looking at their clothes. My mom asked if I regret not telling Vanessa the truth from the start, maybe avoiding all the drama. Honestly, no, because if she'd known from day one, she'd have pretended to like them. She'd have fake laughed at their jokes and pretended to be interested in their work. And I'd have maybe fallen for it, moved in with her, possibly married someone who only valued people for their net worth. Instead, I got to see exactly who she was. Someone who would try to isolate me from my friends because they didn't meet her aesthetic standards. Someone who thought she had the right to forbid me from seeing people I've known for a decade. The conference reveal wasn't revenge, it was just reality catching up to her assumptions. Last week, I ran into her at a coffee shop. She was with some guy in a suit. She saw me, started to approach, then noticed I was wearing a Nexus Innovations hoodie. Raj gives them out like candy. She turned around and left. Good choice. Tonight's poker night. We're playing at my place. I've got beer, chips, and zero tolerance for anyone who judges my friends by their footwear. Life's too short to date people who think flip-flops equal failure. Besides, Raj just showed up in flip-flops and a blazer because he had a board meeting earlier. The duality of man, folks. Edit, since someone asked, no, I'm not secretly rich. I'm a regular software engineer at a regular company. I make good money, but nothing compared to my friends. They've never once made me feel less than because of it. That's what real friendship looks like.